How you doing? This is Todd, and I'm glad you've joined me for this weekly edition of our update for VO Marketing Pro. And if you're a part of the group, welcome again, and we're so glad you're part of our group. If you're not part of the group and just joining us, just kind of finding our YouTube channel or our Facebook group where this video is posted, then you're certainly welcome to get a hold of myself or one of the other VOMP team members, Joe or John, and we can help get information about what we're all about, what we're trying to do to help voiceover talent land voiceover jobs. That's our purpose. That's our reason for existence. And so all you have to do is just log on. You can Google VO Marketing Pro, and all the information will come up there, and you can get a hold of one of us if you'd like to do that. Plus, there's always a link here on our YouTube video or on our Facebook for contact information. So this week has been just a little bit slow as far as jobs are concerned. There was just one job booked this week, but there's a ton of activity going on, both with the type of warm replies we're getting, auditions, all sorts of different things like that. Plus, there's contact forms being sent out, filled out. There's tons of direct email being sent out on your behalf, and there are cold calls actually being made. So even though it was a little bit of a slow week as far as jobs are concerned, it is always something that we're chugging away behind the scenes. We're doing our part, and that's getting you in front of a lot of people, and we'll just keep working that way, and it always pays off in the end if we just consistently do that. So before we get to that update, a more official, specific update on what's been going on with VO Marketing Pro this week and then my numbers, I just wanted to talk to you for a few minutes about this question. Here's a question that comes up regularly to me. In fact, there's actually two questions. The first question is this: is there enough voiceover work out there for all of us? I mean, it seems like there are just hundreds and hundreds, maybe thousands of voiceover talent that are starting to join the ranks and flood the market. And the fear is, are we going to run out of work? Is that ever going to happen? The other question that's kind of related to that is, can anyone make it as a voiceover talent? So is there enough work out there? And then, can anyone make it as a voiceover talent? To both those questions, the answer is yes and no. And the explanation to that answer, that yes and no answer, is the same for both of those questions that are asked. I hope I'm not being confusing. Let me explain. Yes, there is more than enough work, probably more work than all of us can handle right now. There's just tons of work out there. And yes, I believe that anyone can make it if you can read and if you can learn to make a script yours. Make it yours. In other words, make people believe you know what you're talking about. The great thing about technology is that just about anyone, anywhere, can do this from their own home on a limited budget. It just doesn't cost that much to do it anymore because of the internet and technology. And the market is wide open for any and all voices, ranges, accents, etc. It's no longer just this announcer voice that you heard in the 50s, 60s, and even in the 70s and 80s. They love a natural conversational voice, and they love people's voices that are very different and just kind of, common and everyday. And everybody has a voice, and people can fall in love with your voice and buy your voice. And so, yes, there's tons of work out there, and yes, anyone can make it. Now, here's the no side of the answer to both of those questions, and it's basically the same. Yes, there's enough work for all of us, and yes, anyone can make it in voiceover. If, and this is a huge if, and I don't mean to be negative, but it's just the truth, and you need to hear the truth. If you are willing to run your VO career as a business. Now, I know you've heard that many, many, many times, but it's the truth. There's plenty of work out there, and you can get that work. And you can be a VO talent if you're willing to run your career as a business. which means, in a nutshell, tons of working hard and working smart. Not living on a roller coaster of emotions when the market is going well and people are buying your voice and when they're not buying it. Just like last week. What do you do when it's busy? You usually know what to do. What do you do when it's slow? That's what you need to be thinking of, and not going down when you're not being hired. What are you going to do when the market goes down and people aren't buying your voice? You have to have a simple, common sense business plan that you work day in and day out. And then you have to get help when you need it, but not be needy. And I could expand and explain that more, but I'll leave that for another video. The difference between being needy and just getting the help you need. Now, there are anomalies, people who have tons of money and they can do this as a hobby or just as a creative endeavor, but those people are rare, and I'm not really talking to those people. VOMP really isn't too much about those people. It's about people that want to run their voiceover business as a business. So, here's the thing. Do this all the time, those things that I talked about. Every person, whether they're a voiceover coach or a studio that specializes in voiceovers or voiceover talent themselves, they emphasize this all the time, that you have to run your business as a business, your career as a business. If you want to do voiceover in a creative way, alone, that's fine. If you want to do it as a hobby, that's fine. But typically, you have to run your voiceover career as a business if you're going to pay the bills. And running your voiceover career as a business, that's a topic that I don't have enough time to unpackage. I mean, there's just tons of stuff we could talk about. But the point being is there's tons of work out there, and anyone can do it if they run their career as a business. So I'll explore that maybe in the coming weeks and months as we talk more about running your VO career as a business. But hopefully that'll get you thinking. And if you need to ask any questions or get some help with that, let me know. I'm here to help you. So quickly, here is an update for our VOMP. And I'm just going to, if you don't mind me, I'm going to grab my reading glasses here. There were 30 contact forms filled out. Now, these are part of our database. These video production companies, ad agencies, voice rosters, but they don't have emails on their websites. And so instead of just kind of tossing them, we have, I think, between 1,000 and 2,000 of those that we have contact forms for. And so John, he fills those out weekly on your behalf. There were 20 cold calls made on your behalf and 20 follow-up emails mailed to those cold call recipients. There were 41 visits to our VOMP website, 3 auditions, 38 warm replies. So those are, things that are out there that could turn into jobs in the future. 38 warm replies from our direct email marketing efforts on your behalf, and 3 warm responses and 1 audition from people visiting our VO Marketing Pro Voice roster. And so there's an audition out there, and that's a possibility for a job, and 3 warm responses to our voice roster. And finally, 1 job was booked this week. So congratulations to that. Congratulations to that man that booked a job. As far as my week is concerned, now this is interesting, and I don't want to take a long time talking about my week, but it's interesting. This is the 2nd week this month that especially Fiverr has been blazing for me. And so I've been getting a lot of work on Fiverr, and so it's really upped my platform amounts. So direct email marketing was about average, maybe a little below, $3,120.25 for my direct email marketing clients, $3,120.25. Platforms, $5,544, for a grand total so far this week of $8,664.25. $8,664.25 for my voiceover income this week. So there you have it, a complete picture of what's going on, a little bit about business and your voiceover career. Let us know how we can help you. Glad to jump on a Zoom call and talk things over. Just contact Joe or John, and I'll be happy to help out as best as I can as well. Have a great day, and we will talk to you soon. Bye.